Okay guys, welcome to the E form of C major 7. We're going to talk about the origin of this chord, or the derivation of the C major 7 arpeggio from the open position E chord first. So here we go. E major. Most people know this chord. We play E, B, E, G sharp, B, and E. The frets are open, 2, 2, 1, open, open. In terms of chord tones, we've got the root, the fifth, the root, the third, the fifth, and the root. Now this E major chord can be turned into an E major 7 chord by simply lowering this root. We're going to lower this to the 7th, so to the D sharp, and now we've got this chord. So this is root, 5th, 7th, 3rd, 5th, root. Fret numbers would be open, 2, 1, 1, open, open. Now, if I take this chord and I move it all the way up with my first finger free to here, now I've got my C major 7 chord, and this is the basis for what we're going to be doing here. Now, actually, a lot of times people will play fifthless voicings, and I'm going to do that here. I'm going to just take the root, the 7th, and the 3rd. In this case, I'll play C on the 6th string. I'll play B, 9th fret on the 4th string, and 9th fret on the 3rd string. So I have root, 7, 3, as you can see in the diagram there. This is sometimes referred to as a Freddie Green voicing, because the great guitarist Freddie Green from Count Basie orchestra fame would use these chords. But really, they're just fifthless voicings. You know, I said before that we need to have the root, the 3rd, the 5th, and the 7th for it to really qualify as a major 7 harmony. But a lot of times people will leave the 5th out and just play the root, 7th, and 3rd. Now, that chord is great, but a common move here is to lower the 7th to the major 6th. And so in the accompaniment, you're going to hear me doing this. So I start with C, B, and E, and then I'm going to play an A on the 4th string, you know, the 7th fret of the 4th string. And this is a C major 6 sound. So I'll alternate between those two. It's not really a major 7, pure major 7 sound, but it's a really common substitute for it. So it's a good thing to kind of be aware of. So with that background, let's go ahead and play these examples and then hear a little bit of improvisation within this form, and we'll pull a few points out of the improvisation for discussion. Let's play this example together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fingering is a pure 7th position fingering. It sits really nicely right under the hand. Let's hear it one more time. Now, so I'm going to do something a little bit different here. I'm going to play the notes on the 6th string, then on the 4th, then on the 5th, 3rd, on the 4th, 2nd, 3rd, 1st. So I'm sort of weaving through the strings a bit, and this creates more contour and interest. It's really good for the ear to sort of play these things out of order. You know, your ear will grow accustomed to just hearing a certain pattern up and down, but as you start to include more leaps and jumps, more skips and more contour, kind of a disjunct motion, I think the ear sort of stays engaged more. So I'm going to play the loop again, but we'll go through this. 6, 4, 5, 3, 4, 2, 3, 1. Those are strings, and I'm just playing the notes of the arpeggio on those strings, weaving my way upward and back down. Let's try this out. So here's the 6th and 4th strings. Now the 5th and 3rd strings. fourth and second. Third and first. So this improvisation will include some of those ideas along with some just straight playing of the arpeggios as well. Here we go. Okay guys, let's move on to the next section.